Guys, look at my earrings. Okay, I put them on Twitter, but look. This one says David, and this one says Jenya, and they're officially my favorite earrings. I will link the Etsy shop down below, as I always do when I buy things off Etsy, because we gotta support small artists. Cool? I'm very happy. I love them. Hi, welcome back to Katie Can't Read. I'm Katie, I can read, and as you saw by the title, today I'm doing the BookTube gratitude tag. I know that it's not like a season of gratefulness or anything like that. I have just been overwhelmed recently because I saw a huge spike in subscriber numbers the last, I don't know, month or so. And now I'm sitting, as of when I'm filming this, I'm sitting right under 950, which is 950 more than I ever thought I would get. So the fact that there are people who watch these videos, it blows my mind, boggles me. I can't believe it, but this is not about me. I don't think this channel would exist without the people that I am going to dedicate this tag to. This tag was created by Mare at Mare Reads. As you know, I love Mare. We all know I love Mare. So Mare made this around Thanksgiving time last year, and when it was Thanksgiving time last year, I was very new to BookTube, so I didn't know anyone. I knew 2 people, and that's not enough to do this tag. So this one has been on my back burner for a really long time, and I'm finally gonna get to it because I'm feeling very overwhelmingly grateful for the friends I have made on this journey on YouTube together, and I frankly would not be posting if it weren't for them. Everything I do is for the people in this video and also everyone else that watches my videos. So without further ado, let's get in the tag. So the very first prompt is, which booktuber just has the best aesthetic? And for that, I have three. The first being Rachel at Shipwrecked Library. Rachel's videos are always so soothing. Her journaling makes me just, the aesthetically pleasing vibe, the music, the filter she uses, the font she uses. It's all just so aesthetically brilliant and pleasing and beautiful, and it makes me feel so comforted. Like, the way that her videos radiate comfort. You know what I mean? Rachel's also one of the most loving and warm and supportive people in the whole world. She was one of my very first BookTube friends, and I am so thankful for her and her support and her laughter, and I love her. She's a real one. The second one I'm going to say for aesthetic is Skylar from Skylar Reads. Skylar's aesthetic is immaculate. She gives off the royalty energy that we all yearn for every day of our lives. She has the perfect energy of a princess in that fantasy novel that you love and that you want to read. And her aesthetic perfectly reflects that. She has such a beautiful pink, calm aesthetic, and her videos are always just so beautiful. They're so lovely to watch. And like, it's just, I'm terrible at words, but you know what I mean? Like, stunning, immaculate, show-stopping, never the same. I love her. I love her. And like, if you watch like her reels on Instagram or her stories, like, she's just always in it with the aesthetic, and her aesthetic inspires me to be aesthetically pleasing. Do you know what I mean? Like, mwah. And our final choice for best aesthetic is Nicole from A Cup of Nicole. Guys, her videos are so beautiful. The angles, the colors, they're so warm, they're so fuzzy. They make me just feel so comforted and homey, and that's my favorite aesthetic. I love a nice comforting aesthetic. Nicole, I love her. Nicole is one of the sweetest people in the whole world. She's also really funny. She has the most beautiful blue hair in the whole world, and I worship the ground Nicole walks. I love all 3 of these booktubers, and you have to subscribe if you like a nice aesthetic. The next category is booktubers who have the best editing. So as you know, I am not an editing master. I don't know a lot about editing, but for me, my favorite edits and videos are the ones that make me laugh. So, of course, these two have the best editing for me because they make me laugh every single video I watch of theirs. The first one being Shy from the Lo-Fi Book Cafe. Shy's videos are hilarious. The editing, also special shout out to Kyle because I know that he edits a lot of her videos. But the editing in her videos is to die for. There's some hilarious filter usage. There's some fun insert clips going on. They're just so funny. It's a really good time and I'm always laughing and smiling. And not to mention the soothing lo-fi beats she puts in all her videos. Shy is one of the kindest, warmest people in the world and she deserves all the subscribers in the world. So why aren't you subscribed to her? I am literally obsessed with her. And I think everyone else in the whole world should be because she is the nicest, warmest, gentlest human being in the entire world. And I adore her. The other person who just their editing sends me is Miss Izzy from Izzy's Ink. Oh my God, I've been watching her videos for so long. And even though like Izzy and I don't have a lot in common, like book recommendation wise, reading taste wise, career-wise, life-wise, like we're very different people. She is hilarious. The way she uses audio filters and just normal filters and the way that she does all these things, it makes me laugh so hard that I can't get through her videos without like crying laughing. I love the way she chooses to edit her videos. It's very like on the nose funny and perfect. Love it. Izzy's also very, very nice, very funny, very talented, and she has some good takes and some great videos, and she likes to discuss things that a lot of people don't want to discuss. So go watch Izzy for all the tea. The next category is booktubers you watch for their personality. And like, let's be real, I watch all booktubers for their personality. A lot of these people, I don't care what's coming out of their mouth. I'm so in love with them. I could just... But I've chosen 3 for this, once again. And the first one is Noelle from Noelle Attempts to Read. Noelle is such a warm, gentle person. They have such warm energy. They give off the energy as a nice warm cup of tea. We just did some reading sprints on Tuesday night, and it was the first time that they and I had been able to talk face to face, and it was just so natural, so fun. And in all of their videos, they have the most gentle presence and the most soothing voice, but also they're funny and they're witty and they have really good insight on the books that they read. And I love watching their videos. I highly recommend them. Another is Rachel from Let Me in the Library. Rachel, you have the sweetest heart in the entire world. I love you. Her videos are just, they have the exact same energy that she does. She has the warmest soul in the whole world. I could talk to her for hours, and we are new friends, and there are so many wonderful things I could say about Rachel. I am obsessed with her, and she's so supportive of everyone. I feel like everyone is friends with Rachel, and everyone loves Rachel, and I just love following Rachel on Twitter because she's always promoting all of the booktubers in the entire world, and I love her. She is the best, most supportive friend anyone could ask for. And the last one in this little section will be Louisa from Louisa's Library. Louisa has such a fun personality because it's so different than mine. She's a lot drier than I am. We have some different opinions about books, but I will watch all of her videos regardless of what she's talking about, just because I want to see how she feels about them. I feel like her insight is so clever and so well thought out, and she just makes me laugh, and I love her. I love her. She's also, like I've said about everyone, one of the kindest and sweetest and most wonderful people in the world. And I love that every time that in Mare's book community Discord, we're choosing a monthly buddy read, we're both like, let's do Diary of a Wimpy Kid. And it's always second place, and we are so close to just doing it ourselves. So I love Louisa. She's everything. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Okay, the next is super original content, and I said I wasn't going to use Mare for this, but as I was writing this out, I'm like, I have to. I was going to use Mare for best vlogs, but then I was like, but so much of her other content is so freaking good. So if you want like the cleverest, smartest, most well thought out, planned YouTube videos ever, you need to subscribe to Mare right now. I am obsessed with Mare. I love how smart she is. I love how well planned her videos are. Her Enya Reads series is to die for. And one of my favorite videos she's ever done was a while ago. It was one of the first ones, like when we were becoming friends. She read a bunch of books with characters that had the same name as her. And I thought that was the smartest thing I've ever seen on BookTube at the time. And I still think it's one of my favorite of her videos because it's so clever. It's so clever. Mare and I have completely opposite tastes most of the time. Sometimes we see really eye to eye, but a lot of the time we don't. But I love her, and I'm always like trying to be first on her videos. I never am, but I love her. She is so supportive and wonderful and nice and smart, like I've said, and she has such good insight on books we read, and I love to host things with her. She's always very organized about things in where I am not. So I love Mare. She's very creative, and she's 90% of the brain behind anything I host alongside her at the Cars Readathon. I promise Mare did half the work for that, and Kelsey and I both did like a quarter. Like, she's the queen. She is the queen of small booktube right now, and I will die on that hill. The other one that I would like to talk about for super original content is Miss Ebony from Butterflies on My Bookshelf. Ebony's content is so fun. She is such a delightful person. I love to talk about her. When I was like sobbing about Rule of Wolves, she was like, hey, you can spoil it for me if you need to talk about it. And so we talked about it, and it was like, I needed that. And she just gets it. She gets it. She gets me a little bit. Her videos are so fun. I love her monthly favorites. She does these monthly favorites where she goes into her monthly favorite YouTubers, TV shows, movies, and that's not something I see a lot around here. I also am a huge fan of her Truth or Dare book tag. Every time that shows up, I watch it. I don't care whose it is, I'm watching it. I think that's the funniest book tag that's ever been created, and we all need to do it. So go do it. I love Ebony. Mwah. Next category is who has the best vlogs. And for this, I'm first going to say Nicole from Nicole Reads. And Nicole has, maybe I'm biased because Nicole has my favorite vlog of all time because it's for me. She vlogged for me. She read Red, White, and Royal Blue for my birthday and made it for me. She was all about me, and maybe that's why she has my favorite vlogs. I don't care. Nicole was one of my very first BookTube friends. I love her so much. Oh my God, she's one of my favorite people on this platform. I love to talk to her. She makes me laugh. I love her TBR game. It makes me so nervous. I love how different we are. We have very little in common, and it just just has some funny moments between us. I love to constantly be putting her in horny jail for doing literally nothing, and it's so fun. But it's funny because we always have different tastes. We just reach for different things. I think we like the same things, but we just reach for different things. Because every book she's recommended me, I've liked, and every book I've recommended her, she's liked. So we like the same things, we just don't reach for them. So she's like my foil character on this platform, and I adore her. My other favorite vlogger is Claire from Unclearly Claire. Oh my God, her vlogs are so fun. I just love her personality, and I mean, she could have been using the personality thing, but I was like, her vlogs specifically, she's so true to herself during her vlogs, and they're always just they feel very friendly, and like I'm there, and like we're besties and we're going through life together, and I love it. 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 Claire doesn't just do book vlogs. She also did a week in my life in college vlog last week, and it was so cute. I was like, I want to be in your week in your life. I want to hang out for a week in your life. And it was just, I love her energy. I love the energy of her vlogs. She has such a nice aesthetic. And Claire, I love you. Love you. This is my favorite category. Who are my favorite funny booktubers? Which booktubers leave me side-splittingly funny? And I narrowed it down to 2, even though a lot of people could be on this list. And number 1 is Kelsey at I Read Today. Kelsey makes me laugh about everything. She could send me nothing and I am laughing like a little child. And that doesn't make any sense. But like, she's so funny, and the way that she ends all her videos with, I don't know how to end this, so here's a picture of something, and it gets me every time. Her Cars Readathon announcement, when she sent us in the Cars group chat a selfie of her with the mustache and the eyebrows, Mare and I lost it. I love Kelsey. She's the funniest person on this whole platform, and y'all, if you don't believe me, she's co-hosting a War and Peace read-along, and they're calling it the WAP read-along. Like, that is Kelsey. She cracks me up. She makes me smile. She's number 1 most likely to brighten your day with her videos. I love her. And our second choice for funniest is another member of the Buy Book Club, Mr. Logan from the Buy Book Boy. When people are self-proclaimed chaotic, I usually take that as they are absolutely not chaotic, because a lot of the times people who are like, oh, I'm so chaotic, they're usually like very type A, and it just means that something's not alphabetized for once. The one exception to this is Logan. Logan is truly the most chaotic person I've ever met, and he makes me laugh so hard. Between his videos and his TikToks and his tweets and his everything, he makes me laugh more than literally anyone on this platform, besides maybe Kelsey. And it's a good thing they host that book club together, because, man, those live shows are fun. I went to the live show they did where they were playing Quiplash a couple weeks ago, and from me in the comment section in Logan Live, we had a whole conversation about how Avril Lavigne is dead, and I was just giggling to myself because he knew so much about this, and I love it. Go subscribe to these people if you want to laugh. I love them. I love them. And now we have our best reviewers, and these are people that when they review a book, I'm about to pick it up even if I don't read the genre. And our first is Jess from Verity Books. Jess is a god tier reviewer. She gives me the spiel about a book, and I'm adding it to my TBR. I am adding it to my Amazon wishlist. I am adding it to my Goodreads. I am writing it down. I am in the car on the way to Barnes & Noble to pick it up. She hooks me so fast with a book, and especially in genres I don't read. Like, she reads a lot of genres I don't read, and she's like, this book is really good. I'm like, it definitely is. And like, she intrigues me. She is such a wonderful, gentle person too, and I love to talk to her. She makes me very happy. She's like such a warm presence, like a big sister type, and I adore her. I love her, and I would read any book she handed me. If she handed me any book, I would immediately start to read it. It's just, you know, she just has that touch. And the second choice reviewer is actually maybe someone on this that I'm not that close with, like the only one, and that's because, I don't know why. Be my friend. If you're watching this, Gabriel Armstrong, be my friend. His picture's here. I have watched a few of his wrap-ups and a lot of his videos just because I find them fun. And his reviews are phenomenal. They're so in-depth without being spoilery. and they're about books I don't even have any interest in reading. How many times has he reviewed a classic and I added it to my Goodreads? Way too many times. I don't read classics. I get bored, and I don't know, there's just something so intriguing about the way that he reviews a book. He's so thorough and detailed, and he understands what a review should be. And it is the best reviews on BookTube, and I mean it. That is, subscribe to them right now. Right now. Right now. And finally, the last category is a booktuber whose taste just aligns with yours. So this was my hardest category because I have such a specific taste. But then I realized, ding, 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 I have 2 and a half people, because one of them is half of a 2-person booktube. Anyway, I have 2-ish people that I was like, duh. And the first one is Catherine from Catherine Zofree. Catherine is one of my favorite people in the entire world. And it's not just because we read the exact same books and feel the exact same way about them, but she's the nicest, sweetest, warmest person in the whole world. And every time I just watch her videos, I'm like, I kind of just want to give you a hug. Catherine and I always have very similar opinions, and we always end up reading similar books. And it took the Grishaverse read-along for us to become friends, but we have been in the StreamYard for 2 hours after the live show, still talking about books that we like, and not just Grisha books. We've talked about other books we like, and I look at her shelves, and she just has so many books that I love on her shelves, and we just see eye to eye a lot of the time. I feel like a lot of Catherine's favorite genres and tropes and characters in books are my favorite genres and tropes and characters in books. We're lasered in. We're lasered in. And the other person and a half that are on this is Em and Claire, specifically Claire, but also Em. Em and I have a lot of very similar books, but she reads a lot more romance than I do, but she always intrigues me with her romance, and I am ready. I love Em so much. She is the love of my life. But I think that Claire and I have very similar taste. Every time that she talks about, these are my favorite books, and these are my favorite things in books, and I'm just like, oh my god, me too. And I think it's because Claire and I have the same musical theater brain from, a life of being a musical theater kid, and so we're always just like, got it. I love Claire so much. She is so kind, and so wonderful, and lovely, and is always the first to send you a text and be like, are you doing okay? If you're ever sad, she's always like, are you okay? And I'm like, I love her, and I love that we have the same taste in books. I feel like it's very rare that I have a lot of friends that have the same taste in books. I just feel like Catherine and Claire could recommend me any book, and I would trust them. I would trust their judgment, and they would recommend me books that I like, And also Em, because I love her, and she's half of the Bookish Potatoes. And I didn't want to split them up, you know what I mean? It's really hard to split up the Bookish Potatoes. But if I had to, Em goes in every category. Quick, because I have more people I want to talk about, but I'm running out of time. This is already way too long. And yeah, so I also want to talk about Becca from Fantasy Escape. I love her. Anya from Anya Reads. Queen, best content. Go watch her. Bryce from Bryce's Library. He's new and he's wonderful and he's so sweet. Go watch his videos. Nat from Nerdy Nat Reads. I love her. I simply love her. And Emmy from Fragile Lunar. Oh my god, they're so cool. Okay, we did it. We've gotten through 27 booktubers, it feels like. And if you don't subscribe to all of them, you're dead to me. Just kidding. Anyway, I love all of these booktubers. I hope you subscribe to them. I hope you love them as much as I do. I would not still be on BookTube if it weren't for all of these lovely people. If you also love these booktubers, please talk about them below. I could talk about how much I love them all day. If you are like, wow, I want to be on, I want to be on one of these lists where Katie talks about how much she likes other people, reach out to me. I'm very friendly. I'm very nice. And I will talk to you about anything. So reach out. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to this channel and every channel I listed down below. Turn on the notification bell for me and everyone else. And comment who's your favorite. Just kidding, don't pick favorites, except do. All right, I will see you in the next chapter. Bye, friends!